Thank you. Next question.
Yes, I'm Tom Clements here representing Greenpeace International. And I have a question about your call for a moratorium on new enrichment and reprocessing facilities. This call of yours is really being put to a severe test right now by the fact that Japan is in the process of starting up a new reprocessing facility at Rakasho, one of the most expensive building projects in world history, by the way. Are you prepared to call publicly on Japan not to start up this new reprocessing facility and therefore put Japan in a position of leadership on the non-proliferation front? What exactly have you been doing to try to get Japan not to start this new reprocessing facility, which really does put your whole call and the global call for a moratorium to a big test?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, I'm not targeting any one country. What I am really saying that I do not see more nuclear fuel cycle facilities operating, particularly in countries that do not have these facilities. Because I look at it, I take it from a non-proliferation perspective. I understand, of course, you have a safety perspective, environmental perspective, but my greatest worry is non-proliferation perspective. There are lots of discussion going on right now. I mean, I've recently been told by the Japanese government that they are looking favorably to some of the ideas about the fuel cycle. They would like to get some additional discussion on it, but the reaction of late has been rather more forthcoming, frankly, than in the past. And people need to take time to understand the issues. They need to see how it would work. It should not impact on their economic competitiveness, economic need. I understand all that, but the idea is there. I put it on the table. As I said, the reaction so far has been getting more and more positive reaction. And with your support, with everybody's support here, we'd like to move forward to that, because that is a key to reverse the absolutely horrible prospect I see if we continue the way we continue today.
Thank you.
Bill Potter from the Monterey Institute. Mohamed, let me add my congratulations to your very well-deserved award of the Nobel Peace Prize. I believe at last year's gathering here and elsewhere, you made reference to the dangers of a nuclear Walmart. I think those were that was the phrase that you coined to address the problem of non-state actors, and particularly the AQCon network. I wondered if you could give us some sense of the satisfaction that the agency has, that it has acquired access to all of the relevant information regarding that network. What more needs to be done? Can we have confidence that, in fact, that particular network has been shut down, or do we still have to worry about weapons designs and commodities being in a pipeline?
Bill, I think we've made a good headway in trying to understand that network. And as you rightly said, I describe it as a Walmart, a very sophisticated shopping mart where more than 30 companies in 30 countries were involved. There was a CEO, A.Q. Khan, who is managing that with great skill. We managed, I think, so far to understand a great part of how this operation was running. I think we dried a good part of the supply. Many of those involved are either in prison or under investigation. I'm not sure that we have seen entirely 100% the full picture, that whether there is any weapon design that have slipped our, because weapon design, as we have understood, have been put in a CD-ROM. Is there a CD-ROM that went somewhere that we haven't seen? That gives you an indication of how sophisticated, or how much the technology has disseminated. But I think I can say that this network is no longer operational today. Is there any other group who is trying to, again, to copy this network is a challenge. And that's why we continue to work very closely with all the intelligence agencies, with all member states, to make sure that there is no illicit trafficking of nuclear material and equipment. Resolution 1540 by the Security Council, the new Convention on Nuclear Terrorism, has to be taken seriously by everybody, because we need to tighten the screws. And the world has become, with globalization, with all the good things about globalization, has also become quite difficult to man. And we need to make sure that we are all comparing notes so nobody can slip between the cracks.
How do you know it's not operational now? I mean, doesn't Pakistan need to keep this network alive in part for its own nuclear weapons program?
But there's a difference between countries or probably trying to buy, off the black market, Joe, and terrorists trying to acquire the material. But whether a particular country, Pakistan, would like to continue to procure, I do not know. But all I'm saying, I haven't seen any indication of recent that there is any part of this network operation. Can I vouch on it? No, I can't. And we still have to do a lot of work.
Thank you. Next.
Good morning, Aziz Fahmi from NBC Middle East Broadcasting Center. Sabah khair, Mohamed Bey. First, I want to congratulate you for the Nobel Peace Prize, and I want to congratulate you for getting it right in terms of Iraq. And maybe that's partially why you got the Peace Prize. Hans Blakes, the second arm of Anmovec, said that when the inspector went back to Iraq, they were testing all the allegations or presentation that was made by CIA, and he was saying that inspectors on the ground were finding that those things were not correct. He concluded in his book that the Bush administration hurried to war before the case for war would collapse. Would you agree with this conclusion?
I would wait until I write my own book.
Something more? But until then, do you agree with this conclusion?
I would reserve judgment.
That was a great try. Thank you.